We go. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Cole.
My name is Az.
And this is going to be the first in what we hope will be some
relatively consistent piece of content that we'll put together.
Long-form content for us, for once, to fill in the gap that our horrendously unsuccessful YouTube channel.
An
underrated YouTube channel.
Devastatingly underrated.
Spectacularly so. This is the first time either of us have really done anything audio-wise. We are filming this as well. We will put this on the YouTube channel, just in terms of more content.
We literally
so we can get
have
sweet ad revenue.
Oh.
We've made about
I can
£5
taste it.
since...
I can taste the ad revenue dripping into my gullet as we speak.
That was an analogy and a half.
That was something.
So it's been a little while since we spoke about anything, basically, on the internet.
We
the disappeared for a little bit. We had a comeback.
Cole hasn't spoke to me for weeks, in fact. It's like he's disowned me. He doesn't actually want anything to do with me anymore.
There are several reasons for
it's
this.
Upsetting.
But we have quite a bit to catch up on. So we're just going to talk. We're just going to...
We don't have any... We have no plan for this.
There's literally no structure for it. We're just going to shoot the shit because effectively...
That's what we do.
We do on a regular basis.
We see shit and we shoot it.
So we know that
why shouldn't we?
People listen to things like this because it's of interest to them.
And we're
for one,
wise men, right?
I don't know about that.
Like, we went to Jesus and took him gifts.
This is effectively what it's going to be for an hour. So if you are, just
if you've already had enough, just tune out now.
Or don't stick with us, because we have no agenda, which is brilliant.
But we've got lots to speak about.
We have got quite a lot to speak about.
We're not just covering films like we used to on YouTube. We're going to
cover everything.
We're going to talk TV. We're going to talk more TV. We're going to talk video games. We're going to talk
comics,
movies,
maybe every now and again.
I don't know. Today's more video games, TV, and movies.
Exactly, because we've missed quite a few of those,
and because we like those a lot more. I don't know. You like comics a lot. I like comics, but you really like comics.
I really like comics. Yeah. I read quite a lot of comics. I am a consumer of podcasts, and so I hope that we are able to create content that will be consumed by you and enjoyed by you.
I have such a beautiful voice. I mean, why should I constrict it from blessing your ear?
It needs to be shared with the world
and stuff.
On that note, Aaron Joyce, how are you?
Common Lily, I'm really good.
Fantastic.
Actually. Life is going swimmingly.
Yeah, it's been quite a few months since we spoke about anything really. I think the last thing we did was
I'm like skinnier than we did as well.
Well, exactly.
Than when we last did something like this.
Both been trying to work
You're
out.
Like muscly.
I don't know about that.
And I'm like gaunt.
Exactly.
That's the word, right?
Skinny bloke. So yeah, we have changed physically. We have not changed personality-wise. I hope.
Or mentally,
too much.
not even any.
We haven't developed.
No. Still children.
Yes, most definitely. Aaron Joyce, what have you been doing?
Oh, I've been watching.
Put it in the bin.
See, we can't edit this like before, so
we're not gonna.
You're just gonna catch all the shit, basically.
Lol.
I've been binge watching Master of None.
As have I.
And
finished yesterday.
If you haven't watched Master of None, it is a series that is on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't, why the fuck haven't you? Because
it's spectacular.
It's beautiful.
The gist of it is Aziz Ansari, who is a comedian / actor / writer / director, has developed his own TV series, which is the first time he's ever really done anything like this. The first season was in 2015. So it was a little while ago. It's just basically about being a single guy in New York City.
In his early 30s.
In his early 30s, he's trying to find out what his life all means. He's a washed-up actor. But it's just so raw and so real.
I think if you're a guy who's sort of our age, especially being the kind of guy, especially kind of guys like us, I think there's a lot in this TV show you can relate to.
100%. Yeah, regardless of the situation you're in, whatever sort of age bracket you fit into, sort of 20 to 30, like everything feels so real, and the way that Aziz Ansari writes, it's just so relatable. Like.
Oh, definitely. Some of the shots that they use in the show as well. It's like oh my god, I've lived that moment, and they capture the whole moment as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like silly things that, like, even if it's not the exact same situation or scenario, it's like I've been through that.
Exactly.
You know, it's and like I've done this.
You know the emotions that he's sort of going through as well, because Aziz Ansari stars in basically as effectively himself, more or less, a caricature of himself, of that sort of late 20s guy. I will.
It's a shame we can't edit that.
I know. Brief disclaimer as well. I do apologise. I have been quite unwell this week, so I am trying to limit myself from coughing too much. If I do pass out, please don't.
I'll just continue.
Yeah,
it's
just
fine.
DNR me.
I'll just carry on.
But yeah, going back to Master of None, that was a bit of a side note. It's just amazing filmmaking, and I don't want that to sound too pretentious, but it is so well made. Like, it's just pretty much came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere in 2015, and it sort of landed very quickly in my top 5.
Do you know what's crazy about it for me is the way it's shot and it's just put together is you wouldn't expect a show with the premise that it's got to be done like that.
No, especially as it is
because it's very art house.
Yeah, but it's a comedy.
But
show
it's very much American comedy sitcom. You know, like
but it's nothing like you've really probably ever seen.
No.
The best thing that you can really akin it to is it's an indie movie, just a sort of long, like a short form indie movie. It's unusual, but it's fantastic. And I've tried to urge everybody I can to jump on the bandwagon and to go back and to watch the first series if they haven't already, and then to move on to the second series. You said to me earlier that you still preferred the first season to the second season. I understand that there are parts of the second season that aren't necessarily as it goes a little bit more.
Yeah, it goes a bit more on the sort of random approach to it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And it's more like the filler episodes are more just like on a tangent.
Yeah.
I think the first series was. The first series was a bit more focused on.
Whereas the filler episodes are complete.
Are very just like fucking tangent.
They're like sort of mini art house movies within the season,
exactly.
and it can sometimes feel quite disjointed, and that there's not. Really
I don't get me wrong, I still loved it.
Oh, 100%, yeah. Like
it's like obviously you were saying about getting people to watch as well, but our dear friend Perry, who might be listening to this, I told him to watch it on it must have been like Tuesday this past week, and I think he beat me at the end of season 2.
Well, there you go.
So I mean, it's half-hour chunks. It's not that hard to sink your teeth.
There's a couple of episodes in the second season that are hours, but they need to be that length.
Yeah.
If you're going to watch the first season, as I say, it's half-hour chunks. It's not going to take up too much of your time. Just watch the first couple of episodes and see what you think.
Yeah, we won't go into any spoilers. No, maybe next time we do this, we'll go into some spoilers.
But you can guarantee that once you're latched on, and it will fall easily into the category of probably your top 10 TV series. It did with me anyway, top 10 TV series.
It's very much like 13 Reasons. Like, you'll finish an episode and you'll be like, fuck, I need to know what's happening next.
Which is another thing that we've missed out on that I have not.
Yeah, which we didn't actually put in our notes.
No,
it's not in our notes. But did you watch it?
No.
You haven't watched it?
I haven't watched any of it.
Oh, good lord.
But part of the reason why I haven't watched any of it is because the hype for that is so... I'm the type of person... I'm hugely cynical when it comes to things like that. It took me years to jump on the Game of Thrones bandwagon.
And then you were like,
and
fuck,
then I watched it and I went, oh, shit, okay, I've been missing out.
I've been living in a fucking cave.
So I will eventually get to 13 Reasons Why. I just don't... I've got a lot of other things going on in terms of what I'm watching and things like games I'm playing.
The thing with 13 Reasons is it's not like the best TV show you've ever seen, but fuck me, it's gripping.
Yeah.
And you just want to keep going back for more. And I see the controversy behind the show and stuff like that, but like, if you just take it as a piece of drama, as a TV show for what it is, it's fucking... It's addictive.
Did you burp live on the podcast?
I did. I couldn't help it. I've drank a lot of vanilla Coke.
Wow, that's...
Coke Zero, I might add.
Sorry for drawing attention
So if you heard my burp, then fucking embrace it.
Probably did.
Chew on it. Who cares?
Wow.
It's whatever.
Okay. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of drama.
You'd like it.
Okay.
You would like it.
Okay.
You like that teen angst shit, dude. Like it's.
I'm the ultimate MCR
exactly.
emo kid.
You'd fucking thrive on the teen angst in that show. Okay. So yeah, you'd
no, I will get to it, but I think it will be one of those things where I'll just have to wait for a down moment before I sit and I watch it. Like.
So what's this show that you've been watching this week that I know nothing about, and you were like, we're going to talk about this?
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Right.
Why is she unbreakable? Is it like the film Unbreakable?
It's nothing like the film Unbreakable at all.
About this.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is it's a sitcom, effectively. Ellie Kemper stars as Kimmy Schmidt, who for I think it's like 20 years has been living in a bunker as part of this cult. Who the cult leader is John Hamm. He's kept these girls as his wives inside a bunker. and eventually the police come and release them. So it's her adapting to the world and to New York City as this, again, sort of late 20s girl who has really not developed mentally enough to be in the situations that she's in.
This is a Netflix show, right?
It's a Netflix show, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's very, very funny. It's very fluffy. It's very colourful, but in a good way. There's supporting characters that are just so funny. There's a guy called Titus in it who is just the most perfect supporting character. He's so funny and just he's very stereotypically gay, but in the best of ways. He's an African American gentleman who is also a homosexual, who, when we first meet him, dresses as Iron Man in Times Square, or like a knockoff version of Iron Man in Times Square because he's a failed actor, and that's
like the logo version.
Yeah. It's very, very funny. You need to check it out. Season 3 has just.
Oh, is it season 3?
It's on its 3rd season now. I would say season 2 it wasn't really a high point for me, just because there wasn't really anything of substance.
I guess a typical like Netflix caliber of quality of show. And stuff,
I mean, I think there are 12, 13 episodes as there are of most Netflix series. Again, half-hour chunks. I definitely recommend watching it. It's not the kind of thing that you could tie down. Like, I've tried to summarise it as best I can. It's not the kind of thing that you can really tie down. You just need to watch it. You just need to sit and embrace it.
Everybody's seen shit like that. Where it's
exactly.
It's like Breaking Bad, right? If you explain Breaking Bad to someone on paper, you're kind of like, okay.
Yeah, but you know about me in Breaking Bad because I still haven't watched it.
Oh, yeah, fuck, I forgot. Yeah. Oh, shit.
I am that guy.
That is a different conversation.
Talking about me being cynical and things like that, I haven't even jumped on the Breaking Bad bandwagon. It's one of those things that I've kept under the radar.
Stop it.
Okay.
We're ending the podcast now. You need to go watch that immediately. It's on fucking Netflix. What excuse do you have?
I don't have any excuses. Other than there's other things, man. Like I will just go back and I'll watch it at some point.
You will watch it, even if I have to fucking like
gun to the head.
Hold you.
Well, if that happens, then you need to catch up with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because that finished this week.
I need to catch up.
Holy fuck.
I need to catch up with that. I need to catch up with Arrow and Flash. I need to catch up with fucking everything.
Arrow maybe not so much because I'm
TV I'm struggling with at the minute, I must admit. Like, I'm struggling. There is so much to watch.
Yeah.
And I literally just don't have the time.
I think the calibre of TV at the moment as
and
well is very...
to Overwatch, which is really putting me off of
that sucked you in.
Yeah.
There's a sort of an abundance of TV shows of very varying quality out there at the moment.
Yeah.
And TV shows that were once amazing, like Arrow, are no longer amazing because they are just
If you can't see my hand, it's like waving.
Exactly.
It's like up and down.
For
valleys,
the podcast
peaks and valleys.
One thing I am still enjoying is Supergirl, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. seriously upped its game this season. Like, what are you doing with your life?
Please stop holding burps.
You are you're the worst.
I stopped drinking now.
This is please stop drinking.
Okay.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was amazing. That wasn't the finale of The Flash, was it, either, this week?
I haven't seen it.
What is wrong
I'm
with
like
you?
18 weeks behind.
Oh,
it's like a 24 episode fucking season. I've not seen like 18
The
of them.
Flash, again, has been of varying quality this season.
Again, it was the thing of like both seasons started. I watched all of them week to week for the first 4 or 5 weeks, however long. I think it was like episode 5 I made it to both.
Yeah. And
I was just like, this season just doesn't have me. And I just haven't gone back to either of them.
You're such a terrible bloke.
Which is awful, I know.
Because The Flash is still good. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., as I say, is amazing. Supergirl is still good. The one thing that's letting me down is Arrow hugely because I must admit I gave up probably around episode 15 of this season so far. I've heard it gets better. I'll give it a go. Just not right now. I'm fine with leaving it for a bit because that show pisses me off. But yeah, like there's just so much TV out there. There's so much to consume in general.
Just in general, like it's not just TV. It's like making time to, like, obviously we try to go to cinema still regular. I know we don't put it on YouTube that much
and
anymore,
we haven't been to
like,
the cinema that often recently. And even like video games and stuff. There's been a few video games that have come out that I just haven't been able to apply myself.
We're going to speak to. We're not going to speak to them.
We
speaking to cases of video games is strange.
But yeah, like.
There's literally so much to do, and too little time.
Which
being an adult is shit, people. Like, it's like
time,
especially when you're a massive nerd. You don't have time for all the nerdy things.
I mean,
it's difficult.
We're all gonna die.
That's very dark. This is a light-hearted podcast.
I mean, we are. Like, what are we? Yes. Okay. Let's try and
we're light-hearted.
keep it upbeat, people.
I burp down the microphone. That's disgusting and humorous, right? So yeah, anyway, Kimmy Schmidt I need to try.
Kimmy Schmidt you need to try, definitely. And podcast audience, you need to try Kimmy Schmidt as well. You'll enjoy it. So, I tried to get you onto Rick and Morty, and you didn't believe me for ages, and then eventually you started watching Rick and Morty, and you were like, Cole, for those watching, this is fucking amazing.
I'm repping it.
Exactly.
Tiny Rick!
No, it was
yeah, so yesterday, Injustice 2 came out.
Injustice 2 came out. That moves us swiftly on to video games. I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it.
I only got it this morning.
I played some of your
video games. Yeah, you did. And I played it on hard, and it was very upsetting.
It's very hard.
Stupid.
So you don't.
I listened to fucking Ash and he was like, let's play it on hard. And I was like, yeah, let's play it on hard. No, never play it on hard.
I'm far more of a casual gamer than you, and so I play video games quite a lot, but like I play them on medium because I'm a regular guy. And so
I don't mind a challenge, but that wasn't a challenge. Wonder Woman was literally pounding my shit, and that's
the last thing you want.
No one wants that.
No.
She's a burly woman, and she's pounding my shit, I don't need it.
Good old Diana Prince.
In or around me.
It's a great game though. Like visually, they have seriously upped the game since Injustice.
Like, good lord!
The first game was
side by side.
Yeah.
Wow.
The first game was really enjoyable. My only gripe with it is it was so damn short. Yeah. Like I rented it from Blockbuster back when Blockbuster was still a thing.
Yeah.
Like
Blockbuster.
Years and years ago. And I think I rented it like the weekend before Blockbuster went bust because we had points on a card to use and they were still valid. So I rented it for effectively free. In hindsight, I probably could have kept the game and just stolen it because
you probably could have done because
but yeah, I completed it over the
weekend.
Theft
is cool, right?
Yeah,
we don't endorse that.
No, we don't endorse that at all. Yeah, I completed it over a weekend and just gave it back and was like, there you go.
You're
like, okay. And there was nothing really that drew me in. The online multiplayer aspect and like the multiverse stuff that they got going on, like it's going to be a very, very long form video game. And I enjoyed that.
To be fair, for me, the problem with the first one was the story was quite short and stuff, but like
it was a good story. It was very dark.
I found a lot of people didn't like, who I know anyway, personally, didn't play it.
Oh yeah,
I was like the only person I knew who had it, and it was like, what? Okay. And the only time it would ever get played is if people come over here, and then I'll just
beat people,
whitewash people
because
exactly. They didn't like the fucking game. Well, I'm so good, but then like you'd go online and get shit on. But yeah, the second one obviously came out yesterday.
Yeah,
reviews are fucking crazy.
They are really good across the board.
Justifiably so from what I've seen so far.
As I say, visually very, very good. The voice acting is all amazing so far as I have experienced so far.
Do you know what's scary is the animation, like the wrinkles in noses and stuff. It's like, what the fuck?
I mean, obviously you're playing on a higher performance console than me.
On the PS4 Pro, it's in like 4K. Well, it's not in 4K. It's in 1440p for the techies out there.
Yeah.
But it's in HDR and stuff like that, so the colours and fucking stuff. If you've got HDR TV and shit, then it's crazy good.
Whereas I am playing it on an OG Xbox One on a 4K TV that isn't HDR, so I'm missing out effectively.
You're playing
but even on original Xbox One, it's still.
I saw the pictures you put on Snapchat last time. It does look good.
That's some very nice.
That's some nice game.
That's some very nice graphics.
Very nice game.
But yeah, like story wise. It's not the greatest story.
I was just saying, I don't want to say, I've literally done the first two fights in the story.
I mean, the first game was quite dark. The second one, I would argue, is probably darker.
I was going to say, from what I could tell, from the way it was going,
it's pretty.
It's like, this is intense.
Yeah, it is quite intense, and
it's not a kid's
Superman
not necessarily
and Batman to its detriment. Like I'm a big comic guy, but I didn't actually pick up any of the Injustice comics. I've heard that they are good. I've heard that they're very good, and I've heard that in terms of the continuation of the story from the video games, it's been going very well. Again, I haven't picked up the prequel to this. I know there was one, so it's effectively a brand new story to me. It's just a continuation of what happened in the first game. But yes, it's a bit OTT, but still
they do a couple of swears, isn't there as well?
Yeah, few. I just hope that it's not going to be like the last game, and that the story is too short, and they haven't.
I heard the story's quite long.
Good. That makes me happy.
I heard the story is quite long.
Like that aside, even regardless of the story, as I say, you've got the whole multiplayer aspect and stuff.
The new gear system and shit is crazy.
It's so good. It is through and through an RPG, and so that's what it needed. It needed something else. Like that's what the first game was missing, and they.
It's weird how in 2017 we can't just have a fighting game and be happy with it.
No, exactly.
It's not like
I would never go back to obviously Street Fighter 5 and just be like
Street Fighter 2 or something, like playing something retro. You'd be like, this is
not enough.
This has 6 characters, and now I'm bored. Even though Street Fighter 2 actually has a lot more than 6 characters, but you know what I mean?
It's like social commentary. Obviously, everybody else is just like, oh, we need... Our attention spans are so short now, we need to constantly have that sort of constant instant gratification.
Exactly.
Something
which is
to
what
be
that
like,
is.
I need
Which
this.
is what, it's like Overwatch. It's like,
pursuit
oh,
of-
I've got a loot box. Oh, I've got a skin, which does nothing.
And that's
but
what
I'm so
Injustice
happy.
is. Injustice is effectively, they've seen what Overwatch are doing, and they've gone, we'll do that.
Well, so not just Overwatch, everything.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much
everything is
works that way
doing it now. Microtransactions and shit.
And FIFA, like Ultimate Team, and all this kind of
let's
shit.
buy a pack.
Exactly. But
Let's
I don't know.
not.
Like I will probably. We've got Sunday tomorrow. I'm just gonna rinse that, I guess, for most of the day and see how far I get and play that online and it's gonna be enjoyable. Like,
It's gonna be a nice time.
It's gonna be a very, very nice time.
A wonderful time had by all.
Exactly.
So
speaking of so as some of you might know, we have a YouTube channel which video wise you might see us. Hello. For listening audience. Go and take a look at some of our videos. They are of varying quality.
I edited some. It was great.
Two.
By some I mean two. By two I mean you'll tell which ones they are.
I think the reason things started to dry up is because editing, like we've already spoken about having time and things like that, and editing takes a lot of time and it's very, very stressful, especially if we go and see a film and we're like, oh, we need to get a review up as quickly as possible so that we know we can get views, so that we know that the interest is there, and it's a challenge.
It is difficult, and we both, we have lives, like we do stuff, so
exactly.
Like something like this is probably a better direction.
Oh, definitely. And I'd say some days you just want to go and see a film and then go get McDonald's and go home.
Get a Happy Meal and play with our small Super Mario toys.
I thought you were going to say something completely different then.
Small,
tiny little...
nothings.
I'm joking.
This took an awkward turn.
You've actually killed me.
Yeah, sorry.
So obviously we've now moved on to this, but within that interim, within the gap between Resident Evil 7, which was probably the last video
This
that
is
we
the last
put out,
video we did. We were like, we're back and we're better than ever, and then we ran off into the sunset again. But,
we've missed quite a few big-ish films, the biggest of which we need to talk about in quite a lot of detail.
We do.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 has now been out for weeks and weeks, and we know that you're probably tired of hearing about it.
But we're going to speak about it anyway, because we fucking liked it a lot.
100%. Still, I would argue... Right. The argument here is...
Right,
here we go. Game on.
This is where Coleman gets game face on and goes fucking ham.
The argument between Azra and I is that I preferred Volume 2. You still prefer Volume 1.
No, I've changed my mind.
Okay.
See, this is since we last spoke. I changed my mind. Because I saw it one time with you.
We saw it...
I saw it twice.
No, we saw it twice. We saw it the midnight it came out with the first film as well. So we watched the first and the second film back to back. And I think that helped frame it for me instantly in terms of, yes, I think it's better than the first one because there's more to it. There's more involved. And then we went the day after and we saw it in IMAX. And again, that sort of cemented it for me in terms of I knew the structure of the film.
I don't think I actually said to you. I was just trying to think back why you still thought I preferred the first. I don't think I actually said to you after we saw it the second time. The second time was what swayed me as well.
Right. Okay.
And then I saw it again the following day because I saw it 3 days in the fucking row.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is great.
I
think
Saturday as well.
Did you actually? Yeah. So you've only seen it 3 times?
I've seen it 3 times.
Oh, okay, so we've both seen it 3 times. But yeah, I think I agree with you in that, just this time round, we know who everyone is, and just the gravity of it all, like the way the plot plays out in this one.
I
and
think
stuff.
Largely, the first film focused on who are these people, why are they doing what they're doing, and fleshing out the characters. And there was a story, and there was a strong story to it, and that it's an amazing film. Like Volume 1 is.
I preferred. Amazing. I don't know why this is the first thing that's come to my head, but I preferred the final fight in this one.
Yes, I prefer
massively.
Beat for beat, I think the second film is far more of a story. There's we know who these people are now, and it's about character development alongside an overarching story. Largely, like the ego stuff and Star-Lord's. Again, this is probably going to be quite spoilerific for those who haven't seen it. Go watch it. You're an idiot if you haven't. Star-Lord's relationship with his father and the whole ego stuff. Whilst it might seem like there's not a huge amount in there, it's still the overarching story of this film, and it's about father figures and things like that. it feels
There's
like
more emotion in this
there's
one.
far
There's
more
so much
emotion
more
in
emotion in this one.
Even though, like, the first film was about his relationship with his mum, and it should be theoretically more emotional because he watched his mum die and then got taken off to space. This is just far more raw, and I would argue there are more scenes in it, and so it makes the pacing feel a lot more fluid than the first one.
Yeah. I mean, how long's the film? Just over.
Just over 2 hours.
Just over.
Yeah, I think so.
And it just clicks on by. Beat.
Like, it's
and I've heard people say that the humour in this one feels more forced, and I don't agree. I
don't agree with that at all. I think it's quite
naturally, and it flows quite natural, it doesn't feel like they're trying to push the humour in.
I think the talking point in that instance is perhaps Drax's performance, which I know you love. Batista is incredible. I can see why some people might think it's a little bit over the top, but I think that's because of the nature of Drax. And for those who aren't as heavily invested in the Guardians franchise as we perhaps are now, they don't see the sort of the polarization between how Drax is normally and like when Drax is funny. Yeah. Like there's that very obvious polarization there. Like,
it's funny because he's like straight up insulting Mantis.
Yeah.
But that is how the character is.
Exactly.
That's just his.
He just doesn't understand.
He doesn't understand that he's not. The character isn't trying to be funny. It's not like, haha, I'm a funny guy.
No.
It's like, she's disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, she's horrible. Why does she look like that?
Yeah.
Which is hilarious, but it's not to him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not in the way for. I mean, I get it that some dude sat and wrote it, and obviously, it's intended to.
And you get.
But the character himself isn't. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. I think it's funnier. I think
it's way funnier
because there's emotions bouncing all over the place. I
Undeniably.
think the breaks in the emotional beats and stuff just work. Like right down to spoiler alert, obviously Yondu's death and stuff. You feel more for Yondu pre-death because of the funny notes that he has and the character development he has in this movie. Obviously, we've seen him in the first film, but we don't really see him enough, and he's not really funny.
But the thing is, you kind of get the hints in the way he is in this film from the first film. Because
if you go back and watch
the first film now, you're like, oh, actually,
like at the end of the first
he's putting on a face to his crew, and really, he doesn't really want to.
Like at the end of the first film, where he opens the orb and there's the troll
smiles.
doll, and he smiles to himself. Yeah. It's the my kid's like a dick.
A dick, yeah, exactly.
But, well, he's
hence he never went after him as well.
Exactly.
Like,
and they said
that was kind of a thing going into this film. It was like, are they going to be after him? Is he actually pissed? Is he not pissed?
But they're obviously not. Like,
no, clearly they weren't.
And again, there's just more to it. You've got the Sovereign. You've got cameos. Cameos from Sylvester Stallone, which obviously people like us knew. People like us. Not race-wise, not
wow,
but you know what I mean. Like people who are invested in reading information and stuff like that about the film pre-film, knew that was coming. We didn't know who's playing,
and there was a lot of rumours about that as well.
A lot of rumours, and I think
it totally wasn't what we were expecting.
They hit the nail on the head in terms of who they have laid out for future films.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, obviously. Stakar is part of the original Guardians of the Galaxy in the comics, as is Yondu, as is Ving Rhames' character and everybody else that appears in that sort of Ravager finale. Just so good. And everything
just so good.
Yeah.
And I still stick by my Empire Strikes Back fucking film.
Okay. Well, no, I kind of see where you're coming from.
Do you actually? Have you been trolling me?
No, to an extent.
Because if you've been trolling me, I hate you.
Okay.
Look, people, right? There is definite nods to the Empire Strikes Back in this film, like the whole way through. I don't give a shit.
Oh dear.
There is so many. Like I said, the ending, the way they're all looking out the fucking window and shit. The scene with Quill and Gamora in the fucking room. That's very fucking. I don't trust him. Like Lando's a dick. And like she's like, I don't trust him. Ego's a dick. It's very similar scene, and their whole fucking thing of are they, aren't they, the whole way throughout the film. Fucking loads.
I get where you're coming from in as far as it's very much a film about father figures, and Empire Strikes Back is a film about father figures.
Yeah.
Yes, there may be.
I'm not saying it's actually like based on the Empire Strikes Back. But I'm just saying there's some nice little nods throughout.
All right.
James Gunn. I tweeted you and
he hasn't replied.
You're blatantly listening to this right now.
He's
definitely not.
He went, no, who's this jerk?
Who's this jerk?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah,
But yeah, it's great.
It's a great
Loved
film.
It.
It's fantastic. Howard the Duck.
Enjoyed it. Yeah, Howard the Duck. Cosmo doesn't run down the stairs.
Cosmo is a bloke. He's a nice man. He's not. He's a woofer.
It's because
he's a Russian telepathic dog,
doogly,
which we have not yet seen in the films.
Doogly woogly.
But I'm a Guardians of the Galaxy comic reader. I'm a Howard the Duck comic reader.
You are a comic reader.
I'm a comic reader. So
full stop.
For me, the moment that we saw Howard, I was just like, yes, that's great. Yes, Queen.
I'm glad Seth Graham's back as well.
Yes, exactly. Very, very happy about that.
Very nice.
So yeah,
so it was great. We loved it.
Guardians is fantastic. We've seen it 3 times. I would happily watch it. If there was one movie that had to be on constantly for the rest of my life,
would it be that?
Probably.
That's strong, isn't it?
That's quite either that or
The Empire Strikes Back.
No. Shut your damn mouth. Either that or I don't know, probably one of my other favourite films. But there's so many of them. We're not gonna go into that.
Anyway, that's
this is first episode stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'd definitely give it an 80 out of 88, I think.
Are we doing the 88?
I'm doing it.
Okay, let's do it.
It's 80 out of 88.
I'm gonna go 82 out of 88.
82 out of 8. There you go. It's 81 then, because we always went in the middle. So there you go.
Yeah.
You dabbed it.
Well,
you can't see it.
You can't see it, but I did.
You dabbed it. That's pathetic.
Another thing that we missed out on in between videos and this, Alien Covenant.
Alien Covenant.
It's been like a week since that came out.
Good God.
Good
and
Lord.
It's still in my mind. It's still there.
Still there.
That was a thing we watched.
It certainly was.
And probably we're better off if we didn't watch.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that haven't necessarily seen it based on my explicitly turning around and saying don't see it. You're going to fiddle with that and make noises.
It was annoying me because there was like a splatter on there, so I scratched it off.
Okay, Azza doesn't like juices being on his personal property.
Who does?
Yeah, true. Right. Oh, I embrace it. I just
put all your juices on the Coleman. That's what he lives by.
Please don't do that.
None of them.
We digress. So yeah, I was hyped for this film, man. Like I was really.
I can't say I was hyped.
Because Alien.
I wasn't hyped.
I was like, this is gonna break the trend. This is gonna be amazing. Prometheus sucked, but this.
Yeah, but it's the same fucking dude making it. So why were you like, oh yeah, Prometheus was shit, so this is gonna be good?
Because we thought he learned his lesson.
And he
but
had
it turns out
the back, and it was like, oh.
I saw a featurette where he turned around and said, "Oh, everybody watch Prometheus." And the one thing I got from people watching Prometheus and the social media reaction to it was, "We need more xenomorphs." So here's more xenomorph, and that's Alien Covenant in a nutshell. Did he
actually say that in the interview?
Like in a featurette, that is exactly what he said, word for word. And you've got a crew that aren't really fully developed. You've got Ripley number 9 or whatever the hell.
Yeah,
You've got Danny McBride, who is probably the most fleshed out character in the entire film. You've got a crew of idiot scientists.
Always strong female in these films? I get that it's the cliche of the films now, but like fucking Jesus, like
it's the formula. But she wasn't the last.
Yeah, it's just ultra predictable.
Yeah, true.
Fuck.
It's boring now. Like it's boring now. Change
God,
it up.
Like, just give me like a fucking Inuit running around.
Oh,
like
that
a
would be interesting.
Strong female Inuit who's also a midget.
I'm not gonna lie. Well, I'm not gonna lie. If you want like snow and that,
I haven't seen that.
Watch the thing.
I haven't seen that movie. When do you ever see a strong female Inuit fending off from mythical beasts?
Oh, mythical beasts now.
A xenomorph could be a mythical beast.
This is a very odd pitch. If there's any movie producers listening, please do not give this man money.
It'd be like what those two characters from Nintendo, the two ice people, the ice twins, twin ice.
Are you okay?
You played Smash Bros.
Yeah.
There's two of them, and they've got a hammer.
Oh, I don't know or care. I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be like a movie about them. It'd be great.
Oh, do you want to? Indoor voice podcast. I apologise for his volume.
I'm very excited.
We're not editing this as well, so that'll probably just smash people's brains.
Someone's anus is going to leak.
Wow. So our podcast has taken a very dark turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you've got a small crew. Effectively, like an hour and a half of the film is just here's a xenomorph killing people, but not even in like a scary way. You see it before it attacks.
No, it's more of a like you fucking idiot way, like more than anything.
Why is everybody such an idiot?
Fucking idiot.
Why is everybody such an idiot in this film?
Why are you a fucking idiot? Like why?
Yeah.
Like goes in that scene. I don't care spoilers. Like fucking skip this bit, whatever. But like. The bit with David and whatever the captain of the ship is called. I forgot his...
I don't care.
I don't fucking care. Exactly, I don't care. Captain 6 from fucking...
Billy Crudup.
from Planet
Dr. Manhattan.
Planet Pain, like whatever.
Dr. Manhattan. Billy Crudup.
Dr. Manhattan. David's like, come into the room. He's like, okay. He's like, touch the egg. Okay. Look into the egg. Okay. Get closer to the egg. Okay. And then like he's fucking like necking the egg, and then the fucking face hugging into him. It's like, I'm sorry if some strange robot who's been living on a planet on his fucking own, in this fucking desolate land of corpses, right, is like, touch the egg, get into the egg, mate with the egg. I'm not going to be like, you're okay, my wife just died, but I'm going to do everything you're telling me, even though I'm holding you up at gunpoint.
It's don't go see this film.
Who the fuck wrote that?
Yeah, Ridley Scott.
But fucking why?
Because he's a crazy English man.
He made Blade Runner. Like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, that was like about 30 odd years ago, over 30 years ago.
Good Christ, yeah, the dude's gone fucking senile.
And this is why he's not
got
directing.
4 more films in fucking mind.
Yeah, but this is why he's not directing Blade Runner 2046. That's one thing we haven't mentioned, by the way. We will.
That's coming out and it looks nice.
It's beautiful.
But fucking,
don't
Alien,
bother.
Alien Covenant.
Basically, don't bother. It's probably
more like Alien... Can I say it? Can I drop a C-bomb on this?
Yeah, why not?
Alien Covenant. That's more like what it is. Because, Jesus.
Sweet mother of God.
Yeah,
I won't be using that kind of offensive language because I'm a good boy.
This is not a clean podcast.
It's not. Well, so far from you. This is partly as well why editing took so long. Is because Aaron Joyce is a very sweary boy.
I have no filter.
He has zero filter, except for the filter that I put on him. Yeah, censoring was not fun.
So yeah, we saw that. You saw Mindhorn.
I saw Mindhorn. I enjoyed Mindhorn. It was funny. Mindhorn is effectively, for those who don't know or haven't seen the trailer floating around Facebook, it's a British comedy film with Julian Barrett of Mighty Boosh fame. He, in the 70s, played a TV detective with an eye patch that could see the truth. He had a bionic eye that can literally see truth.
That's different.
Flash forward to now times, and there's a murderer on the loose in the Isle of Man who has killed loads of people, but will only speak to Detective Mindhorn, who is this fictional TV detective from the 70s. He's obsessed with him.
Yeah.
And so it's about getting Julian Barrett's character out of retirement, who's this bold, fat, aging actor, getting him out of retirement and getting him into character as Mindhorn so that he can try and talk to this murderer. And it's a good film. British comedy films are fairly formulaic. If you've seen Alan Partridge, Alpha Papa, it's very similar in tone to that. It's very... there are funny notes in it and things like that. I think one thing Alan Partridge had going for it was backed by a series. This was completely fresh. It's pretty batshit crazy, I'll be honest.
So, I literally haven't seen anything about this film. I saw you when you texted me and you were like,
I'm
going to see Mindhorn, and I was like, okay. And I just didn't even question it. I thought it was going to be, to be fair, I thought it was going to be some fucking strange romance film or something.
There's an element of romance.
You said you were going with Caitlin. Yeah. I was like, he's going to the cinema with his girlfriend. It's got to be a mamby-pamby film.
It was not a mamby-pamby
I can't speak properly. Film.
I enjoyed it.
You went to see the film.
I went to see the film.
I
enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. I'm not going to rate it too highly because it is what it is. If you have a spare hour and a half and you're doing the ironing,
rent it from Blockbuster.
Go to
Blockbuster. And
it'll probably be on Netflix.
Use
your
points at Blockbuster, probably.
Yeah.
So Yooka-Laylee came out. That was a thing.
God, don't even get
back to video games because this podcast we're going all over the place with this. We're like we're talking TV, we're talking games, we're talking.
First episode.
We're talking, but yeah,
we are doing a speaky
We don't fucking know. Maybe you could come back and give us some like tips of like we like this part of the podcast, but the bit where he said Alien Covenant, can we have less?
Can we less of that? Please?
Less of it.
Yooka-Laylee, right?
I've not played it because I was like, I'm not buying this game.
I was so hyped.
How
hyped I was.
I know you were very hyped. You made a tweet. You were like, I got the game.
I got the game.
Didn't you even like tag fucking the company?
Rare. Well, no, it's not
Rare.
Platonic. Yeah, who are developed from Rare.
Is that like a beverage?
Shut up.
A Platonic.
Basically, Rare. Employees from Rare made Platonic. Rare made Banjo-Kazooie and Conker's Bad Fur Day and all the great Nintendo 64 platform games. This was a resurgence. It was started as a Kickstarter campaign that just made so much money that they went, let's put it out on all the platforms.
To be fair, it had promise.
It had so much promise because it was the first real 3D platformer that's been around for a very long time in that sort of
And they had
time.
the guys, I mean, they had, at the end of the day, it's
They
the
know what
guys...
They should have known what they were doing.
Keep stroking this keyboard, both of us now. We're both just touching it. Touch the keyboard.
Getting covered in fluff.
Yeah, they had the guys from Banjo-Kazooie, this is basically just Banjo, because if you know nothing about this game, I'd be surprised if you don't.
It's a chameleon and a bat instead of a bear and a bird.
If you've played Banjo-Kazooie, you've played ukulele.
Except not, because ukulele...
Except you haven't, because Banjo-Kazooie is infinitely better.
And ukulele is
I haven't played it, he has, he says it's shit.
Pile of shit. It's fine. It is absolutely fine.
It's fine.
If it's fine. The
camera controls.
Yes, the things that annoy me the most. The camera.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like, ugh. Secondly, the controls are aggravating AF. Like, it's like you're playing on an N64 controller.
Yeah.
Which
you keep talking, I'm just going to move for a sec.
Which is like the weirdest controller in the entire world, as everybody knows. But if you're playing that on an Xbox controller, it just doesn't translate at all. It's upsetting to me. Like, why would you just...
So, yeah.
I got to a point in the story where I could not progress because I had to do... for those who played ukulele, there's you ride on a minecart and you've got to collect all these diamonds and things like that. Either I'm just shit at video games, which I like to think I'm not, or this is really hard.
I'm the best.
I got to a point, like, quite fairly close to the end, where I couldn't progress unless I did this minecart level, and I couldn't get past it. So what I've done is I've put it away, and it's staying away, and I'll probably trade it in. I won't complete it.
Oh, okay. That's going in the bin.
It's going in the bin.
A bit like how I did with Mass Effect.
I might revisit it, but it's the type of game that I'll probably revisit in like a couple of months' time, and I'm just like, what? Controls and everything, like, it had so much promise, and it's such a disappointment.
I got a Nintendo Switch.
You did.
How about that?
That's like, you have been enjoying that.
To just, segue.
Spell Segway.
Segway.
Spell it.
Segway?
No,
Segue?
Yeah, he is.
So I fucking spell internet. Fuck you. I got a Switch. It's nice. They're fucking really good.
I'm looking at it right now.
Really,
it looks
pretty.
nice.
It's orange.
I played a bit.
I said orange. It's not orange.
Sorry,
it's red and blue.
I played a little bit of Breath of the Wild on
Breath of the Wild is fucking
stellar.
Magnifique.
Magnifique.
Though it was upsetting me the other day because I was playing and I went into some dungeon and some fucking thing comes out. It's like a test of strength, and I'm like, oh, I've got fucking strength. I'll go down. And then this thing pops up and he's like, oh, I'm gonna throw my sword at you. I'm like, oh, I can avoid that. And the next minute he just starts firing rockets at me and kills me in one hit.
Oh.
And I died about 9 times. I was like, I'm turning this off now.
Because this is really annoying.
I'm very upset.
Yeah.
But no, other than that, Magnifique. Have you
got Mario Kart yet?
I got Mario Kart. Mario Kart, like, playing, like, you can take the controls out and, like, you can play with 2 people.
Is it good multiplayer?
It's beautiful on the screen. Like, the screen on that thing is disgusting. Even though it's, like, 720p. Nerdy stuff, right?
Yeah.
720p.
It's not really nerdy stuff. People know about resolution.
But we're nerdy. It's nerdy stuff.
Yeah, true.
But anyway, it's a beautiful screen on it. It's very, very good. But
and the concept, the concept alone is good.
See, the thing is, right, it's really good, but there's just fuck all out on it, which is really upsetting. Yeah. There's a game called Arms out next month, which looks really good.
Which looks really good, actually.
Fun.
I've seen the trailer for it.
Yeah, exactly. Arms does look really good. But
I
think maybe in a year, if they drop some good shit, I think the Switch is worth a pickup.
I think what Nintendo have always needed, and they're probably never going to get, is AAA titles. Obviously, you had Zelda on release, but that's a release title.
The thing is, they have them, but it's their own stuff.
Yeah.
It's like Mario,
Zelda, what they need
Smash
is
Bros.
they need AAA titles for all platforms to just land on the Switch.
And
they tried to do that with Ukulele. Obviously, Ukulele was released on the Switch as well.
But it's not out yet.
Is it not?
It's not out yet. No, it is coming to the Switch, but it's not actually out yet. But I mean, it's a great idea. It's just at the minute, I think, unless they do get some third-party support, it's going to fucking die.
Yeah.
But
with like the Wii U did.
Yeah.
Because the Wii U,
this is what the Wii U should have wanted to be 4 years ago when it came out.
Yeah, but again, does this have the longevity to live a life, or is this going to do a Dreamcast and a Wii U?
It's probably going to do a Dreamcast. Yeah. Probably.
Exactly. How many people do you know who have a Nintendo Switch?
Actually, quite a few.
Oh, really?
I actually know about 4 or 5
Show
people.
us what I know.
So I know about 4 or 5 people with Switches.
You are literally the only person I know.
Yeah, no, I actually know quite a few.
I've never really been a Nintendo. I didn't even have an N64 of my own. Like, I've always been... I went from PS1 to PS2 to eventually Xbox 360. I never even had an original Xbox, again, of my own.
Who the fuck is this guy?
I know, right? Terrible, terrible bloke. And then I went from Xbox 360 to Xbox One. Didn't go back to PlayStation, and I know that will upset some people, but I've always been an Xbox guy, primarily.
I've just been I like games.
So Nintendo, for me, it's always just
Kind
been
of
this
been
alien
missed.
concept.
Yeah, it's just
By extension,
this bizarre
I will
fucking
experience this bizarre world of the Wii U. Like, coming around your house and playing Pokken, it was just a very
strange
ephemeral experience. And I was just like...
Pikachu in a luchador mask, like, what the fuck's happening?
Very odd, but control-wise...
What is this shit?
And, I say, I played a little bit of Breath of the Wild on the Switch here, and if I was a Nintendo person, I'd probably be like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm not a Nintendo person,
So
so I
just
just
like,
didn't really.
yeah,
I was just like, if I again, even if I I'm not a Nintendo person, but if I had a bit more time with it, if I purchased it myself on a whim, I'd probably be like, this is fantastic, because I'd have the time to learn to be a Nintendo person. But I don't.
That's fair enough. To be fair, sometimes Nintendo games are for some people.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I love Super Mario, personally.
Again, I love the Mario games. I had a Game Boy. Like, that's fine. But
that's fine. That is where I
That's literally the cut-off point
Did you have a GBA?
I did have a Game Boy Advance. I didn't have a Game Boy Advance SP.
Oh,
I
didn't
had
have Tribal.
the widescreen one. No.
No Tribal.
And I had F-Zero. I loved that game.
Who doesn't like F-Zero?
It was like Wipeout, but shit.
Well. Well, anyway, we were going to talk about Prey. I think we can kind of skim over.
We'll skim over Prey. Prey, we played the demo.
Out. Prey's good. That is all you need to know.
It's already been reduced, quite heavily, so I might pick it up.
Prey is one of those if
I complete Injustice,
it's a Marmite game.
Yeah.
You either love it or you hate it.
Yeah.
I quite like it.
It's
very
it.
difficult.
It's jumpy.
It's difficult.
Don't like the jumpy.
It's difficult. Is all I'll say.
Apparently the first part of it is very difficult until you get
No, it's just difficult.
Oh, okay.
It's just
well, that cements that basically.
Anyway, yeah. So
there is quite a lot of news as well that recent news.
We'll wrap up with this bit.
We'll sort of smash this out. Random news.
Vulture.
Did you see the trailer for Sonic Forces? What the hell was it called?
Sonic Heroes.
No, that was a game from the early 2000s.
Sonic.
I'm pretty sure it was Sonic Forces.
We'll
find out. We're going to Google this.
Sonic Heroes.
Give it a go. No, it's not Sonic Heroes.
No, it's not. It's Sonic something. What is
Sonic Forces.
It's not Sonic Forces.
It fucking is.
Oh, Sonic Forces goes.
Coleman wins again.
What's this one?
Have you not seen the trailer for this?
Is this new?
This is the one where you can create your character. This is what we were going to talk about. Basically,
I thought you were talking about the other one that's
customize your own character. Okay, live reaction. Let's get your live reaction to watching this
Sonic
trailer.
Sonic
this is going to be quality entertainment for people that aren't watching the video.
It's fine.
How have you not seen this? This is all well and good.
Was this just announced?
This came out 16th of May. There you go.
But there's another one on the way out, which is like retro Sonic.
Yeah, which
is where the
Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yes, this is different. This is more like Sonic Heroes.
So this one's gonna suck dick.
Basically, Sonic Mania is being made by a third party. Rather than Sonic Team. Sonic Team are devoted to creating this game. This potentially could be great. Sonic Mania looks amazing. It's probably going to be amazing because it's from people that
love Sonic.
This is just from Sonic Team who.
This is going to suck.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Just wait, because that wolf guy, you can fully customize that guy to be a different animal species, a different color. Look.
That doesn't make a good Sonic game.
Look at this shit. This is amazing.
That's a lot of customization, but that doesn't make a good Sonic game. They haven't made a good Sonic game. Last good Sonic game was Sonic Adventure 2.
No, count me in. I'm going in.
To be fair, this looks a lot
like Sonic
Adventure.
Heroes.
This looks like, yeah.
And then you've got the 2D stuff. It is effectively Sonic Generations 2, but...
Oh, look!
Yeah, because you've got old Sonic with the 2D, and you've got new Sonic with the 3D.
Speeds as modern Sonic, even though modern Sonic is 16 years old.
Sonic Forces,
it's coming out on Nintendo Switch.
There you go.
Switch games, third party.
So what do you think?
That looks okay.
Do you think it's going to be horseshit, don't you?
It's going to be shit. I won't lie. Anyway, that's Sonic.
Wow.
Anyway.
I can't believe you didn't know anything about that.
That is the 16th of May, dude. It's 4 days ago.
Watch things. Use your eyes.
I have been watching Master of None.
Okay.
But what I did watch, didn't watch anything really. I read it, but Tom Hardy is going to be fucking Venom.
Yeah, what?
The fuck?
Like, casting-wise, yeah, amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, sign me the fuck up.
Count me the fuck
Sign me the
in.
fuck up. But what is this film?
But what is this film? What continuity is this film in? What?
Where is this?
Who is this?
Is he there? Like, by he I mean the man, the Spider-Man.
Well, no.
Is he fucked? Well, how can I have a Venom film?
Because it will probably be Agent Venom. My guess.
I don't want it to be whatever the fuck Agent Venom is. I don't know.
You don't know why.
It's
You're
a
not a
comic?
comic reader. Basically, Agent Venom is good guy Flash Thompson.
So it's gonna be a
he
secret
lost his legs in the war, and he's nice to Peter now.
Flash?
Yeah, Flash
Thompson, yeah.
Not the Flash.
He's
Or Gordon.
Eddie Brock.
Oh yeah,
He's been confirmed as Eddie Brock.
that's a good point.
But it still could be the same thing. They just changed it to Eddie Brock.
Oh, what is this film going to be?
Who knows what this film is?
It's not going to take place in the
Tom
Marvel
Hardy's
Cinematic
not
Universe.
a spring chicken anymore either.
No, he's an old bloke. Oh, they did chase somebody down the other day, and somebody who stole a moped. He chased them down and kicked them off. And
I didn't
said,
say he couldn't chase people.
He said he's not a spring chicken. That's
But
the same
no,
thing.
I'm thinking more of like in terms of if Tom Holland is our Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, why is some
Why is some
40-year-old
dude
bloke...
who's nearly 50? Well,
But it's not in that
no, I know,
continuity.
but we don't know that. We haven't been told anything.
We have.
Have we?
Yeah.
Did I miss that?
It's confirmed that it's not in the MCU.
So it's not in the MCU.
No. Even more, what is this film? And why should I care about this film? Like, we are two huge Spidey people.
Yeah.
And we are unbelievably excited for Spider-Man Homecoming. But why should I care about a film about Venom, which potentially could not have Spider-Man in it, which is in a timeline that doesn't really matter at all?
The thought of having a Venom film, for me, I mean, because I don't read all the comics like you, so any Venom
Storylines,
single plots I don't really know anything about. But the thought of having him with no Spider-Man just doesn't compute.
Doesn't make sense.
I mean, I'm not saying they can't make a good film out of it, which
Right,
I'm
what we
hoping
need-
with him they're going to.
What we need is some additional news.
Information,
We need
yes.
some more information. There's some director potentially rumours and stuff. But why
This
should
might
I
be
care?
like that time that Tom Hardy signed up to do Suicide Squad though, and then in like
And
3
then
months' time,
they just
it
completely
will
recast
actually
him as a
this
black guy.
film's going to be fucking trash. So he'll laugh it off.
And they recast him as Will Smith as Venom.
Will Smith didn't take his role.
Tom Hardy was set to play.
Tom Hardy was meant to be
Deadshot.
fucking Rick Flag,
Oh yeah. Well, they recast him as
RoboCop,
yeah. Wow.
Joe, whatever his name is.
Shows how much I know. I don't care.
He was RoboCop. He was
don't
fucking.
care.
He was RoboCop in that shitty remake.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Tom Hardy. Why should I care? No, I care. Like, I care about the casting. Nailed the casting. Why should I care about this film? Give me more information.
yeah, that's what we need. We'll skip the game for a sec. We'll come to games in a sec. Wonder Woman, because we're on comic booky stuff. Wonder Woman. Initial reactions said it's quite good, surprisingly.
Surprisingly.
To be fair, the thing I read was it's the best DC EU film.
But
How is that difficult?
Batman
I
versus
could have a
Superman.
turd and put it on YouTube and be like, that's the best DC EU film. This film is about Batman, but he's a poo. Like, that's
please make that. Please make that. I will pay you.
that's a better film
I will
than
commission
anything
you.
we've had so far.
Commission you to make it. Like,
And
every
I
ti-
love Batman, but Batman vs Superman, what the fuck were you?
You're far more of a DC guy than I am.
Batman.
Every time I have seen the
I'm
trailer
not a
in the
DC
cinema-
guy, I'm a Batman guy.
Yeah.
That is it.
But every time we have seen the film, the trailer for the film at the cinema, I've gone.
You're
"Nah."
just like, man,
Nah.
it is literally, right? It's like, let's have Captain America, but we'll take Steve Rogers out of it and we'll fucking put
It's Diana Prince.
Diana Prince. I was about to say Diana Lang. Where the fuck?
No, I
did
don't
where-
know.
I'm
It's
retarded.
Wonder Woman, the first Justice Avenger, is what
Yeah,
it is.
it fucking is.
But
It's-
apparently that works. Apparently it's a good film. Who knew?
To be fair, probably will be good.
Yes.
Probably will be good.
Casting.
We said this though. We were like, it probably will be good.
And Wonder Woman was the best part of Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Some could argue it was that bit where Batman broke everyone's neck, but whatever.
No, definitely not that. So who knows? I am now potentially looking forward to this. I said potentially.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I still don't give a fuck, but I'll still go.
Oh yeah, we'll watch it. 100%. We are those guys that are just like
again. They could be like, we're fucking releasing a Blue Beetle movie, and everybody would be like, whoa, whoa.
Yeah. I wish they would make a Blue Beetle. There's been rumours of them making a TV series and stuff. Oh, the Booster Gold TV series.
What's that fucking new DC show that's coming out on the CW?
Oh, Black Lightning.
Fucking what?
Yeah, the trailer for that dropped as well this week.
Because they need more superhero TV shows on that fucking network.
CW.
They're like, we got one for Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We might as well get a Wednesday.
Like, I know this is starting to get a little bit more energetic and we're just going off on tangents. Have you ever watched any of Riverdale?
No.
It's
what is
so
that?
good. It's based off of the Archie comics.
Oh, really?
But it's so sexy.
Sexy?
It's so sexy.
Oh, really?
Like, the guy that plays Archie is going to be at MCM in a couple of weeks.
Which we're going to, by the way. Come touch us.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not coming.
I'm not coming. I'll got my money.
I'm going.
But I might still come.
I'll buy him some pops.
Buy me some pops.
Somewhere.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Again, it's a watch because yes, it's cheesy and yes, it's based off the Archie comics. So it's like really quite weird. But there's like a murder and everybody's like fucking one another and everybody's so
sexy.
Everything is so sexy. Like, watch the hell out of Riverdale because the season finale was like, I think last week. I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. Watch it.
Okay, I'll watch it.
It
sounds sexy. So
yeah, the only people that you'll probably recognise who are in it are Luke Perry from the 80s. Plays Archie's dad.
He is from the 80s.
He is from the 80s.
The incarnation.
There's quite a few people from the 80s. Machen, whatever her name is, Twin Peaks, played Norma. Not Norma. Young. Yeah, you know what I mean. She's in it. We'll speak about Twin Peaks in a bit. I'll speak about Twin Peaks in a bit. But yeah, watch Riverdale.
Maybe save that for next time.
Okay. Because it starts tomorrow night.
There you go. We'll speak about it next week.
We're cutting it fine.
And we're running in.
Okay.
We're running deep.
We will quickly drop onto
Destiny.
Quite big gaming news this week. 2 days ago.
Thursday. Yes.
Thursday.
2 days ago.
We saw some Destiny 2 bits.
So I don't know about you.
You do know about me because we played. And then you
played.
Me.
Like I say, I played a lot of Destiny.
Oh, you and Perry played Perry.
Well, yeah, Perry later on, he came back and
he folded into himself.
Everybody folded into themselves, apart from you.
Destiny was a great game.
Destiny was great. I
love
Destiny, and then Destiny got very boring.
What was the story?
Who knows or cares? You got loot, dude. Like,
yeah, fair enough.
That's all you need. You got loot and shit.
As RPGs go, it was very enjoyable.
It was enjoyable for a bit, and then it got boring, and then now they're bringing out 2, and they showed all this footage for 2, and I was watching the footage for 2, and before I started watching the footage for 2, I was like, 2 is going to be really good, and this footage for 2 is going to be nice. I'm just trying to say 2 and footage loads.
It is the first game.
And then I watched it, and I was like, I've just watched an hour-long presentation
of the first game.
But
slightly different.
But with slightly better graphics.
Yeah.
Tweaked to 11.
Our friend Ash had said this as well. And
tweaked to 11. And
I'm still hyped for this game.
The menus
because
were the same.
Yeah.
I was like, really? That's lazy.
Yeah. I'm still hyped for this game in terms of maybe I might learn a little bit more about the story, but there's just too much world building to really care.
Well, I don't know. They kind of, to be fair, it's
more of the same.
The way they were selling it was that it was going to be like, it was like you didn't need to play the first game at all.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Really?
That's the whole point of
why?
It's like PC players. They're like PC people. Who gives a fuck about the first game? Because we're basically starting fresh.
I don't get game sequels that aren't.
I kind of feel like the whole first game was to get to where it is now.
Yeah.
And they were
because especially with all the re-releases that they had.
The
DLC.
Well, they brought the DLC out and they kept updating it, and it was they got it kind of to a point that it should have been from day one, basically.
And now they're just
and now they're kind of like, now we know where the fuck we want to be and want to go.
They released it as a new game.
We're Destiny 2.
They're rinsing money out of people.
You know, I mean.
At
the end of the day, I was going to say, I'm saying this, I'm still going to buy it.
I'll still buy it. I'll still play it.
I'm still going to buy it.
And I'll probably put quite a lot of hours into it. because I put quite a lot of hours into the first one, but it was a case of I would put as many hours as I could do, and I didn't necessarily have the amount of time as other people to put into the game, and so everybody else started to out-level me. And when everybody else starts out-leveling you and doing raids that you can't join in because you have to be at a particular
this is
level...
the problem they've fixed in this game as well, is that if you don't have people to raid with, you have people to raid with, because you can actually do matchmaking.
Yeah, but I hate matchmaking because everybody else on the internet
horrible,
is a horrible person.
But that's the thing that in the presentation is that they were like, we're going to do this thing that's called like guided games.
Right.
So like you can join a clan and like you can see their rating of like being nice,
Okay.
basically. So like you can join,
like Uber.
exactly. You can join intentionally nice groups.
Okay.
So like you can do stuff like that, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
So this time around, that's fixed. So this is what I'm saying. This is how the fuck it should have been.
The first time.
2 years ago, 3 years ago, when it came, was 3 years, 2 years, whatever. It's been a long time. They're kind of just like to the point of where they should have been.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna get it. It is just literally the same game
Yeah.
with some new moves,
And some pretty
with
like
some new guns.
gear.
You get a minigun.
Okay.
So you can get-
I do love a
you
minigun.
get a pretty
I
sick
do love a
minigun.
minigun in
That's
things in
cool.
general.
Exactly.
Just get all the
So you can get a
miniguns.
minigun. That's good. So yeah, it's still gonna be good. PC, I'm fucked off because I'm more of a PC guy.
And there's no release date specific.
Bought a really fancy fucking £800 graphics card, and they're like, "Oh, we haven't got a concrete
Imagine,
release date." Fucking great.
hypothetically, if they release, they won't. If they release this on the Nintendo Switch before the PC,
But that's not going to happen.
can you imagine Destiny 2 on the Nintendo Switch?
Stuff like that is what that console needs, but it's not going to happen
never
because
gonna happen.
they look too nice. Unless they did like a downscaled port, but that's a different conversation. But the PC release, no one knows. They released some 4K screenshots on PC just to be like, oh look, it does exist though.
It's pretty.
We've got it, but we don't know when it's coming.
Nice.
And then they were like, we haven't got dedicated servers, so it's going to get hacked to fuck. So
Like,
that's great.
I'm hyped, but I'm probably less hyped than I'm hyped for like, I don't know, the Venom movie. Well, I'm really not hyped about, as you can probably tell.
No, there's no.
That's
I think that's it for this week, huh?
well, that's gonna about wrap everything up. I mean, what's happening this week? Because there's not really that much happening, just in general. Like, this might not potentially be a weekly thing. We'll just do it whenever we can. We'll try our best.
We'll
like,
shoot the shit.
yeah.
We'll come back maybe with monthly updates. Who knows? We'll just do this.
In summary, watch Master of None. Watch Kimmy Schmidt. Watch Riverdale. So sexy.
And buy Injustice 2.
Buy Injustice 2.
Buy Injustice 2.
Definitely watch Riverdale.
Don't go see Alien.
Don't go see
Good
Alien.
fuck.
Go watch Guardians again. If you've got
See
time
Guardians
and you want to go
again.
to the cinema, go see Guardians. See it 6 times.
Buy a
See it
Nintendo
12.
Switch, because if they sell lots of them, we'll get some nice games.
Maybe.
And it'll be
I doubt it.
frivolous time.
I doubt it. Also, give us information about Venom. What?
Yeah. What the fuck?
But yeah, we'll come at you again as soon as we
Just,
can.
leave us some feedback.
Leave us some feedback. We still
did
have-
we entertain you for an hour or whatever
knows?
the fuck we've been?
We still have existing social medias. You can find us at PodVulture off. We're going to probably call this thing PodVulture.
I think if you're watching on YouTube, they're like below us.
They'll be
under
down here.
We
yeah,
are
you
PodVulture.
put our human being Twitter handles under
because
here.
you can find us. That's
Yeah.
just saying our Twitter handles.
We are PodVulture. This is PodVulture. That's a thing now.
And this
We're
is
starting
our
it.
first episode.
So please don't be too harsh.
Maybe we'll get like segments as we move on.
Yeah.
We'll have proper segments.
And give us suggestions on things that you want to hear about or you don't want to hear about. And if you don't want ads,
should
drop
we
a C-bomb
focus
every
more
now
on
and
games? Should we focus more on film?
And I can speak more about comics because that's a thing that I know about and I'm passionate about.
Exactly.
And we're very passionate blokes. You know this by now. Speak to us. We're gonna
Maybe I'll
wrap it
talk pro wrestling. I won't talk pro wrestling.
Please don't.
I know you'll hate me.
up.
I'll talk about that on my own podcast that I don't have.
I have been Coleman.
I have been Aaron.
Have you?
I've been Az.
You
I
sound
don't like Aaron.
I don't like Coleman.
too
I've been
formal.
Cole.
He's been Cole. I've been Az.
And,
We've been together. We haven't.
Oh
Lord.
See you later, guys.
Cheers for listening.
Dead air.